Right. So the question is, what is the best age to travel to Japa? I felt that somebody was asking that kind of question yesterday. I said, okay, let me just discuss it in a video. What do you guys think is the best age for somebody to travel to abroad to go and hustle? I personally think it is best to travel from your early 20s to late 30s, like 39, then 40, 41. At least 39, 40. Between 20 years to 39 years. That period is just the good time to travel. But the very, very best would be from 20 to at least 31. As from 32 upwards, it's not so good because that is a period of time you ought to be settling down as a man or as a woman. Look after your family, take care of your kids, see that you are in your child's life and not a time for you to be away to a different country and trying to struggle to make ends meet. If it's for Nigeria guys, mostly what they will do is to be living with a white woman for maybe 6, 7, 8 years to get pepper, or hustling even before they meet this person. And then after that, they still have to start life all over again. Some of them will prefer to come back to Nigeria to marry. So I also think I had to discuss it because I find some people that are making applications to Japa, and these people are like in their late 40s, early 50s. And I'm like, I mean, what the heck are you going to do in abroad at that age? Because you need to understand that the level of our productivity, it reduces with time, with age. So you are in your best time of your life in your 20s and in your 30s. And that is just it. Once you enter 40, 49, 50, you have now reached the middle of your life. Midlife crisis will now start setting in. Then you are now going down instead of going up. So it's not advisable for anybody to start thinking about Japa in their 50s, in their late 50s, middle 50s, late 40s. And then we see some people that have family and they will leave their children in Nigeria, leave their children in Africa or wherever, and they start traveling to abroad in their late 40s, in their late 30s. It's not good. Or even in their 50s. They leave their wife and children back home. We need to go and hustle. But that is not the best time. You didn't make that decision in time. You did not make that decision in time. So the time you make the decision on Japa is very, very important. So that you do not spend the rest of your life wasting away in abroad, chasing after getting your feet, and then getting your papers, which is going to take another 7 to 8 years or 10. And then after that, you also still have to get married. For those that are not married, because there are some people that are in Nigeria in their 40s and they're still not married, and they haven't gotten married just because they don't have the money to or the resources. So it is just like a waste of your time. So for those that may be asking, the best time to travel would be in your 20s. Just as you are about to enter university in Nigeria, or during your time in the university, or immediately when you finish university, which would be like 24, 25 years, 26. That would be the best time to Japa, so that you have enough time to do your hustling, get your so-called pepper for those of you that run to white woman, get your so-called pepper from them. And then you come and marry in your 30s. Some will marry and prefer to keep their children and wife in Nigeria and then be living with a white woman. I have condemned that action so many times on this show. It is not right for you to live a double life, and it is not fair on your children that their father is not there. Only their mother is there and their father is in America or in UK living with another woman with children. That is having a double life just because of pepper. And then when you think that you've gotten your paper, you now rubbish that woman that you are living with that you think is not a human being. It's not fair on what we do to these foreigners sometimes. Most of these are our guys. Then you desert her, ditch her, you claim, oh, she doesn't respect you. You will always look for an excuse to the reason why you leave her to enable you to come back to Nigeria to marry someone else. Or to come back to Nigeria to now bring up your wife and children that have been waiting for you for the past 6-8 years. Honestly, our people do a lot of horrible things. The thing where God go judge in this life, it's too much. This Japa thing don't ruin a lot of people's lives. And it has also ruined a lot of marriages. And people need to be very careful. You know, the things we do to people just because of paper. What is paper? Paper that will disappear overnight. If you buy now, that paper don't end. I know somebody that has been chasing after paper. And when this guy got paper, it not even reach 2-3 years. The guy come fall sick and die. And that is the end of it. So life is just like that. You know, when you want to do that your Japare, you need to have a lot of consideration, especially if you have family in Nigeria and you are not getting any younger. Make you no go Japa in your late 40s. Make you no go Japa leave your wife and children in Nigeria in your late 30s or in your 50s. You leave your wife and children there, and then you say, okay, and especially for those that are coming with a visit visa. If you say working professional, maybe you are a medical doctor or you work in oil and gas and you're an expert, that is fine. But if you are just somebody that is struggling to make ends meet, you're in your late 30s or in your 40s or in your 50s, even some in their 60s will be talking about Japa. Can you imagine? People that are already going down. You know? So if you're in your late 30s, 40s, 50s, and you have your family in Nigeria, it is not advisable for you to leave that your family, because most people that leave their family to Japan, that marriage end up being a crashed up marriage. They end up divorcing because of a lot of things, or even for some of them that decide to come to abroad together, and then a lot of culture shock will now set in. The man will refuse to help out in the kitchen, refuse to do domestic chores to help out and all that. You know, having that African man mentality is still in him. All of that breaks a marriage. So, you know, it is something that we need to think about. If you have not made the decision to Japa and you are in your late 30s, 40s, 50s, I don't even want to talk about 60. I actually believe you should forget it. That is the best advice. Regardless of what you see for Nigeria, it is better for you in Nigeria, because by the time you're able to even to get paper, add another 10 years to your age. So if you came to UK or America at the age of 40 and you ended up getting your paper 8 years later, how old are you? You're almost 50 years. So at what age are you now going to start working hard to be able to get something? Let's say to get a professional job. Because remember now, when you get that your paper, you go to university to study to get a professional job for those that are interested in education. It's not everybody that is interested in education. So by the time you finish getting that your paper, and then you want to remember that you want to go to school to be a doctor, you want to go to school to be a nurse, or to study whatever. You still have to go spend another 4 years in education. You have not even started practicing the job. So how old are you now? In your 50s. Ordinarily, from your 50s upwards, you're supposed to be planning on retirement. So, but you're just starting. And most likely, your family have not even come up, or you have not even gotten married. Most of them have not even gotten married by that time. Maybe what you have is just the one that you had with your white woman, which are children. But for some reason, I don't understand why people think you need to leave them to come to Nigeria or to come to any part of Africa to marry. It is very wrong in the eyes of God, especially. It's also wrong in my eyes. If you are, I believe wherever you are, you should marry there and settle down there. All this travel home. That is what is causing a lot of divorce in abroad. You come and bring a stranger to abroad, and then tomorrow you say, oh, she's taking my house from me. Oh, she's taking my children. I don't know that she was pretending to love me, and all kinds of stories that we hear every day. Because you could not cool down to find somebody special where you are. You had all your mind back home. So anyway, this is a short one. If you want to Japa, I say it again, the best time to travel is when you are in your early 20s, like you are 20 years, 21, all the way to mid-30s. That is the best time. All the way to mid-30s at least. But once you don't hit that kind 39 years, 40, 41, especially, I think you should forget it and just make your life where you are in Nigeria. And some people do not even understand that sometimes even people that are abroad are envying those in Nigeria, because people in Nigeria settle down quicker, have a house quicker, have an established stable life quicker than those in abroad that are still chasing after paper, chasing after job, chasing after this, chasing after that. The pressures of abroad won't even allow you to cool down. Then you have family members calling you to be asking for this and that. You know, when I see some of these, I just call them elderly people that want to Japa, or even you see some of them in classes in the uni. There was one that I saw in my class one time. This woman that is like, she even has some white hairs and she's still studying. Well, what are you studying at that age? When you are in your 60s, 70s, you don't need to be going to school again. Until they study, your brain don't they hard up. Time to study is anytime as you are when you are a kid, teenager, 20s, 30s, 40s. As from 50 years, what will they read again? I don't know. But it's because they didn't make some decisions in time, and also because of some certain circumstances that are beyond their control. But I am here to say that regardless of circumstance that is beyond your control, when it comes to the decision of doing that Japa, if you are in Nigeria and you are in your 40s, you are in your 50s, you are in your 60s, I do not even promote or suggest for you to travel. Because by the time you settle down and get everything, nothing for you again. Unless, of course, you are a professional in Nigeria and you are an expert. Let's say you are a professional medical doctor, you're a professional healthcare professional, of which you've already applied for a job and they've given you a job offer. You are just coming to start that job. Then that is fine. But for those of them who see the hustle, who see they look for ways to make ends meet, and you want to travel anyhow, visa that I see, visiting anyone where I see, make I just put head for Pakistan, put head for Romania, put head for Bulgaria, put head for Malaysia, put head for UK, put head for Canada, put head for America, put head for here. Anyhow visa where you get. And you know that once you are coming, you are going to start from the bottom of the table. Be a cleaner, do this, do care work, all those kind of stuff. It's not advisable. Even at that age, it's going to tell on your body. Especially those that are in their late 40s, 50s. It will tell on your body. Some of them do night work. You can imagine you're in your 40s, 50s, 60s, and you are doing night work. You don't sleep. All because you need to make ends meet and you are struggling to pay your bills, and then you still have family demands back from Nigeria. Why put yourself through all that stress? It's totally unnecessary. So I just felt I needed to talk about this a bit, because I noticed most people don't talk about it, but it is really something our Black community, our African community needs to look into. The age that we come to this abroad is very, very important. It is best for you to come at the peak of your life, at your youth. As a man, as a woman, you can do 10-hour shift 5 days a week. They even touch your body because you are still in your 20s. You are still in your 30s. But wait till you reach 50. You know fit. And then at that 50, you are coming to abroad. What are you coming to do again? It's just a waste of time. I beg make una dey help me share this video. Help me to share the video, please. And please also follow my page. You know, help me to share this video so that this video will reach everybody that really needs to hear about it. Even some of our brothers and sisters that are back home that are wanting you to bring them over, or those that are wanting to come. You know, before you come, one of the things you need to consider is your age. It's your age. Very important. Very, very important. The weather in abroad is harsh, especially the winter. It's winter now. You can see I'm dressed up warm. You know, I'll soon be going out. I'm dressed up warm. That winter weather is not good when you are getting older. That's why our elderly people don't like to come to abroad. It's not good. It's not good for our bones. It causes arthritis. And once you start hitting late 40s, 50s, arthritis will start. So imagine you are having arthritis and you're coming to abroad to do what again? To work in the cold winter? To do cleaning job? No, you're going to break down within a short time. But at least if you be a young guy, young babe, if you hustle now in your 20s, you are still strong. In your 30s, you are still strong. You know, then when you now start getting to 50, mid-50s, you're already now planning to relocate back to Nigeria, because to me, that is where we all going back at the end of the day. Anybody that is coming to abroad forever, I don't know for you, but I don't think it's the best. We are all Africans. At the end of the day, we just came here to make a dollar, make some money, and then we go back home. Hopefully, if this administration that we have in Nigeria, Tinubu administration, will let us do the right thing, if they will make the conducive environment. So anyway, I think that's it for this video. Help me to share this video, please. Please follow my page, like my video, watch all my videos, stream all my videos. I hope this video is useful to someone that is trying to make a decision about Japa. You know, if you are young, that's fine. You can come. And also, as I always say, make sure you are coming with the right visa. Don't come with visiting visa to stay, because you can't work with that. The best is study if you can't find any other type. Help me to share this video. Thank you so much for watching. Stay tuned and God bless. Take care.